Hey guys, it's your girl Kdid out here. I haven't come to you in a couple of days. Well, I don't really do stuff regularly anyway, but yeah, I'm about to go to bed. So I really want to, well, that's a lie. I'm getting ready for bed, but I'm not going to go to bed right now, to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. So, what I really want to talk about is the pros and cons about WAG, working with WAG. Okay, the cons. The weather. The weather can be, I guess if you live in Florida, but I don't like Florida because I don't like heat. So if you like heat and you live a place like in Florida or down south, even though Atlanta gets cold, so that's the south still. But if you live in a place where it's really hot all the time or just medium temperature, I guess it's okay to always do walks because you're not going to be as, as bothered. When you live in New York City where it has all the seasons, and when the seasons are winter, which I actually do love winter, I can't complain, I love it. But it got to the point, I don't know if it's because of the walking or because I'm just in general, I'm always outside anyway. I don't know. But my fingertips are finished. I think the tips of them, what do you call it? What do you call it? The prints of it are done. My phone is not even trying to recognize it right now. Like, that's how serious it is. Like, yeah. Fingertips are trying itself, and it feels kind of rough. And in the back of my hair, which I got together with the shade, but I've been kind of combing off the shade. I gotta start anointing that again on my hands because my hands are different color. It's a little bit darker because I have like a little bit slight acne on my hands. So I only come in the wintertime though when I don't lotion. So it's my fault technically for not lotioning, but yeah. So that. Second con, I should have wrote these down. I was going to write it down, but it never happens. And I wanted to get this video out as soon as possible. So, yeah. The second con is people don't tip. People don't tip. Well, I'm lying. Not everybody tip. Most of my clients do tip, but the ones who don't tip, because you're not doing this as like an hourly, I don't do it all the time. Sorry, I'm just listening to KK. She's moving in her bed. She's sleeping right now. I don't do it. I do it like probably 2 or 3 walks a day. I need your little tip to help me out, sister and Benjamin. So, I need the money. So, I'm trying to save it for some certain things this year. And that's my way of making extra cash. So, yes, tip your wag walkers. Or anybody who does anything like that when needs tips. So, your nail salon, hair salon, your barber. I've made a video about this already. So, yeah. What's another con? You might get bit. The dog might looks like, all right, in the WAG app, I might show you one day. The WAG app, you can actually see the dog before you do it. I don't do dogs like pit bulls. I don't do German shepherds. I don't do, even though German shepherds are actually not that bad. I grew up with one. But the thing about it is certain dogs, people get the app a year or 2 ago, and the dog is not the same size as the picture because they don't update it. When you get to the house, the dog is hella big, and you're like, whoa, I wasn't ready. And those dogs are very, pit bulls and Rottweilers tend to be more vicious dogs to me personally. Even though I grew up around those dogs too, the dogs, my aunt had those dogs, so they knew me. But if they didn't know you, and because ain't no other part of the family, I went there so regularly every single weekend. If you were screaming at me too hard and they didn't and they was near the gate, they'll be cool. They'll sit with you real good. They'll sit next to me while I talk to you across the gate. But if you ever try to get loud with me, they start barking. They coming for you. So I know those kind of pets are usually, it's all about training because one of the dogs was actually a rescue dog and that was a Rottweiler and it was fine. But actually most of her dogs were rescue dogs, to be honest. She never got any of them from puppies. And the ones her dogs had who were puppies, she gave them away. And she sold them. So, yeah. So, that's how that is basically. So the picture might not be updated. The information actually in the app, if you're using the app, always read the walker's notes. You could also read the client's notes, but certain things about the dog, the client really doesn't know. They think they know their dog because it's their dog, so the dog acts different around them, but they really don't know their dog. Because alright, for example, I did a video about this too. A dog bit me. When I came in, I heard him barking. Of course, dogs bark. But the way when I came in the apartment, usually they bark and they stay away. They might try to come closer to come smell you to make sure, you smell a certain way so they can get a smell on you. They won't, That's how I know they're more welcoming. They don't think that I'm welcoming. I try to they say go down in their level. But if it's a big dog, I'm not going down your level. You're not getting my next. Sorry. A dog the other day was a small dog. That dog jumped up, like up to here to me, and I'm 5'7". But no lie, he came like right here, right there, and I'm 5'7". So I'm like, this dog jumped very high. But the dog was honestly friendly. He just had a lot of energy. But if he really wanted to kill me, he could have, because he could got to my neck if he wanted to. And that's only a friendly jump. Can you imagine an aggressive jump? Bruh, it took my eyes out. Just saying. Some other cons. I never really had this problem so far, but because I never had it right. I don't know. From what I see on some, like, I talked to this other guy. He's a walker for WAG, and he's doing also Rover. And he got in trouble before because of an owner complained about him, but I wasn't there for the situation to see if he did something wrong, but I could just take his word for it. Some dog parents are very protective over their dog like they're real humans, and they're not. I know somebody who's going to watch this like, oh my God, I'm a dog owner. They're like my children, like my family. They're not humans. Let's be for real. They're not humans. But some people, because they don't have kids or that's really a part of their family, they treat them as such. So because of that, they treat their dog like as a child. And they want you to do very particular things. I understand certain dogs and a lot of dogs have a certain routine. So I understand doing that. But you'd be surprised. One owner, which I think is honestly a good thing because you don't want no dirt in your house, even though they're still going to bring dirt. It's a dog. They sniff each other's butts. Like, she wants you to clean their hands when they come in, it makes sense. You don't want dirt on your couches, which is technically still going to get dirt because I didn't use water. I use like a little towel with water on it. Like, not towel, but a napkin with water on it. I don't know what that really did. Her dog still went or his dog, I don't know if it's a boy or girl, still went on the couch, so I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? No. But, what other things is a con? I should have really wrote this down to be more organized. Sorry about that. And I'm not going to edit this, so I probably should do some more editing. I used to do a little bit of editing before, but I really don't do that now. I just like to see, I don't like to see edits in people's stuff. I don't like to see their head move like it's a ghost story being told, so I hate to see editing, so that bothers me half the time when I see people do that, so that's why I didn't do it. Con. They might not have any poop bags, so make sure you always have poop bags. Because you don't want to be the person outside. It happened to me one time, and that's because I wanted to be on time for my other job, so I made sure, like, kind of just left my bag in the apartment, which sometimes don't do that because you never know who's home. I found that out the hard way. But it wasn't a problem for me keeping my bag there. I just didn't realize it was some people living in one house at the time who's renting out each individual room, so next time I went there, I didn't do that. Or I hid it in the owner's room who wasn't there, so they wouldn't know my bag was there. So yeah, I had no money in there anyway, so it don't matter. But yeah, it's just different things. I don't know what the con I was talking about, but yeah, just be aware of certain things. Poop bags. Just make sure you always have extra like bags that you get your groceries stuff in. And sometimes the poop is just that big. I feel like the bag, I try to do everything in one scoop if I can. So that time my bag, I feel like it's not giving me enough holding. So, but that's a con, cleaning up poop. I like when my dogs don't poop, but I know they have to poop. Majority of my dogs honestly don't poop, which I'm grateful and happy for them. Like, yes, they can go to another walker to go poop somewhere else. Or poop in your house. Sorry, don't poop with me. No. What else? What's another con? That's all I can think of right now, to be honest. So, pro is you have a job, so you get money. You get to pick your own schedule, which is excellent. If you give the dog like the swag, that's what they call it, the little doggy bandana, you get extra $1. Even though it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you do say 3 walks a day, that's $3 extra. If you're a person who does more walks a day, you get that money. You get even more money back, which is cool. When you do a certain amount of walks, I didn't even know this until I passed a certain amount of walks. I think after you do 8 or 9 walks, then a person can give you a higher tip than you would normally get. They can give you half your wages, I believe. If your thing is 12, I think you get up to like $6 or $12, something like that, of tips if they wanted to, which is cool, which is really nice. What else? What's the pro? I feel like there's a lot of, like, you get to meet different dogs, you get to see different areas, you get to know the area you're living in, especially if you're new to the area and this is like a job you just need to, until you get a real job that you want to do. I like meeting the different dogs. So when I was going back before, I only do small dogs. I like to see the different dogs. I do want to buy a dog in the future, so I want to see different breeds I want to do and see how they grow. And so I know the dog's old, I know they're not going to grow that much, and I see how they are and see they might be friendly. As like, it's all about how you raise them too, because you could raise a dog to be vicious no matter what kind of breed it is, but most dogs are generally, like smaller dogs, I feel like, to me, are generally friendlier dogs. So yeah, you get to meet different dogs. You get to be, just meet different dogs and be happy. And if you were scared of dogs before, like myself, I was like kind of scared. I used to love dogs growing up, so it was like, because the experience I had of last year, not gonna bring it up again, I was kind of scared of dogs. But then I did only dogs that are small and cute and certain breeds, so I know what is good for me and myself. So any other pros? Customer service can be good and can be bad. A lot of times I feel like they're no good, because they always tell you to email here, email there. I'm like, bro. Actually, in the beginning when my app wasn't working, they took forever to help me. So I was end up using the app mad late, like I was trying to use it, whatever. But sometimes customer service can be amazing. Other times, not so much. So just be... They have a WAG group, but I never joined it. I don't see the point of doing that. I got time to be... I'm really struggling to have my phone out taking pictures, so... Gotta take pictures of them with the WAG swag, or you gotta take videos. I got enough. I don't got time to be doing answers and questions in no group, so I ain't join that group. But right now, that's all the things I can think of on top of my head. If you're a wag walker and you're watching this, or if you're a rover walker, put things down below. Yeah. So if you have any questions, answers, or concerns, just put it down below. All right. Bye. Later.